Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who took me up on my 11/11 special, because this is the last weekend that I'm going to be offering my personal reads for half off. So if you're interested, check out the description below. If you were led to this reading and it's not your personal read, then stay tuned. Maybe there's some information that will come through for you as well. This is a person who just wanted a general reading. And so I'm using one of my favorite spreads, and it's going to cover everything. So I'm hoping that you'll walk away from this maybe knowing a little bit more about yourself, maybe feeling a little bit more confident and perhaps considering the next step you're going to take, and knowing your strengths, and also kind of knowing a little bit of the energy that you're working with right now in different sectors of your life. So what we have here is, this is your spiritual path. This is like your path in life, basically. Then we have your natural gifts and talents. Then we have career down here, love, and then advice. And then I had some cards that were thrown out of the deck for you, so apologies on the glare. I usually record most of my readings during the day, but I had to record this one later and use the light, and I'm not able to do this in the room of the house I normally do because I have a huge project going on in there right now, so I have kind of an annoying setup. So I'm hoping that you can still kind of see this, and I'm going to try to, I pulled some extra cards for you to kind of try to make up for that glare. It shouldn't be too bad, but I know it's a bit annoying, and my readings are usually done under perfect light. I'm super anal about that, so I've got extra cards for you, and hoping that will kind of make it okay. So, let's start here. I'm super excited for your reading. I just did a whole bunch of twin flame readings and love readings, so it's nice to kind of change gears here and talk a little bit about someone's path. This is really fun for me. I seem to have a bit of a gift at being able to judge and like tell people's gifts. I can just, when I see people, I can just tell, what they're good at. It's easy for me to spot people's strengths. I have certain leadership qualities to me, and I think that's part of it. But yeah, I've met a couple other people who seem to have the same gift as me, and it's really cool when you can really look at people and see their full potential. So I'm tapping into your energy, and I can kind of use this gift of mine, and it's pretty cool to see what's coming out for you. I do have to say, this is a really beautiful time in your life. You've had some type of an awakening, and there's a lot of growth happening here. And so what's really jumping out, because I just flipped these cards over, so I haven't even had a chance to really get into this yet. What's really jumping out to me is how much magic is really surrounding you right now, how many synchronicities and miracles are trying to make their way into your life that you might be kind of unaware of. So just be excited, because this is a really fun time in your life, and I think that what's happening here may just surprise you. So your life path, what's going on right now with you and your path, and let's see what the message is here. So they're saying that you are feeling a bit insecure. They're wanting you to be more open and hold a higher vision of yourself. I think that maybe you're a bit down on yourself, and you don't realize the amazing goddess that you are, and everything that, that you do have to offer this world. They want you to be open, because perhaps the future that you're headed to is way more different and way more abundant than you could even imagine. What if, all your dreams come true, What if there was a lot of amazing abundance in your future? I just feel like you have some gifts, and I feel like you're just a very beautiful person too. That's why this is really jumping out at me. They're saying you're really beautiful, but I think it's made you self-conscious. Perhaps you were teased in the past. I'm feeling like maybe you were teased because of your shyness or because of your looks, but you're actually really beautiful, and it was just people being jealous of you. I kind of seen like a model complex come out. I actually work with a lot of models, and a lot of them can be very insecure because they're so gorgeous that people have really bullied them because of it in a way. And so it's like really strange. They're beautiful, but they're really insecure and they don't really know it and they doubt it because of the past and stuff. And I feel like that's something you're kind of like that. Perhaps you're a model. I don't know. Perhaps you are just someone that's happened to. Maybe you feel really ugly and insecure, but the truth is you're beautiful, and the people that picked on you in the past were just really jealous and fearful and projecting their own shortcomings onto you. So there's some kind of dynamic like that coming through. The worthiness, self-esteem is jumping out to me here. And so this is something you're learning how to conquer. You're pulling up your inner strength, and you're drawing a lot more self-confidence, and you're tackling these insecurities. And so I see that you work very hard too. You are such a hard worker, and this is a really great message because they're saying you're really close. You've got this destination. Perhaps it's some type of promotion, or it's it's your just ideal life. Maybe you're looking for a community of like-minded people to share your life with, stuff like that. Basically, you're close though. You're very, very close to that. But right now, it is an uphill climb. And so it's just exhausting, and you've got this burden. It's like making me wonder what this burden is. You're carrying something with you. So they're saying that there's a lot that's weighing heavy on you. You might just really be overanalyzing and thinking a lot about your life, because that's just kind of what's in the air right now. It's September. It's a new season. The wheel of the year has turned. It's Mercury retrograde. I'm repeating myself. I've been saying this a lot in everyone's readings. This is a theme right now. And so if you're overwhelmed, they're saying it's time to go outside. Sometimes you forget how stressed out you are until you go out into nature, until you go take a swim in the ocean or something. It's so funny. It humbles me. I'll be so stressed out, and like my partner will convince me to like go to the park or go on a hike or something, and then it's like something happens like in the middle of the hike or whatever, or the walk, and I'm just like, it's like I can breathe again, and I feel that weight lifted off my shoulders. So you might feel like you're carrying a burden. You might be a little intense right now, but the truth is you just need to get out. You just need to get balanced. You need to get balanced, and part of that is your connection with nature. Yeah, very interesting. More messages coming through about healing. So this is kind of where you're at in your path. When I see this, it makes me wonder, what are you being prepared for? There's some type of foreshadowing going on here. I think there's kind of a hidden message in this row. This card's jumping out at me, and then this, anytime I see a lot of healing in someone's path, it makes me wonder, you're being prepared for something, because anytime that you heal, you're creating space. And you're going to be rewiring things and kind of changing certain perceptions and beliefs. You're going to be letting things go. You're going to be forgiving yourself and others. That creates energetic space. And, energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. So that energy is going to be filled with something. If this energy leaves your life, if you release these old, chains and webs and cords from all the energy of the past and that stress and anxiety and everything that you've been through, if you just take some time to heal that in like your own personal way. For some people it's meditation, for some people it's prayer, for some people it's, spending time alone in nature, for some people it's just spending time in solitude, for some people it's partying, like, in a healthy way, I guess. For some people it's, taking risks and trying something new and moving somewhere, and, healing is very personal. It's usually going to require, like, a lot of time of introspection coupled with some type of action. And you're just releasing, you're changing your thoughts, you're changing your perceptions. If you really heal from something, you're going to be changed. You're healed. It means like that something's not affecting you anymore. It's gone. It's done. You're better. And so I feel like you're going through that right now, and you're getting to that place. That's what's headed next, is you will recover from this. Whatever this tragedy was that's put you here, you are going to recover, and you're going to be strong. And you know what? You might not even be aware of the fact that you're in healing. You might have just been feeling really emotional or just feeling like confused about your path, but it's because things have kind of come to a halt, because that's what this time is for, It's meant to be. So, but be excited, because this is going to be replaced with something really amazing, and I feel like you're really growing and you're changing. You're changing so hard right now into this person, this beautiful role model of serenity and peace. I see that. I see you are going to be some type of leader. Connection to women. Yeah. Perhaps a mother. Really cool. I feel a lot of peace in your future. I feel a lot of peace surrounding you. So, I guess I just kind of hit it hard there with a lot of stuff you got to work on, and like, you know, it is a lot in what's happening in your personal life, I guess, but I think the big message that's coming through on your path right now is to just continue forward. It's hard. Healing can be hard, but just continue forward. I just feel that, like, the need to tell you, just keep going, you know? Have you ever heard that quote, if you're going through hell, keep going? It's coming to mind for you, so just keep going. This is going to lead you somewhere. So your talents and your gifts, your natural talents and gifts. So I feel like when people are freaking out, you're the one they come to and you help calm them down. You're really good at holding space for people. I'm sure you get nervous and anxious, but you're really good at grounding yourself. Maybe more so than some people. You might not realize that, but, you know, as far as anxiety and stuff like that goes, it could be a lot worse, trust me. I have it so bad. So I think that you are the kind of person that's very grounded, very heart-centered, very healing to be around. It might even be almost hypnotic to be around your energy. And you're definitely a healer. And so you're here to help bring balance and to bring light. Hashtag light worker. Just kidding. Once again, I see unconditional love. But here's the thing. A gift of yours, a talent of yours, is basically alchemy. You know, like when life hands you lemons, making lemonade. You're very resourceful, and you're good at taking situations and turning them into something else. You might even really be good at, like, costume making and, like, taking old fabric and turning it into something else or something like that. Like recycling. Some type of art made with recycled items is coming through. Or, like, perhaps an idea for you if you're interested in that, or maybe it's something you do. If you do, definitely let me know, because I love to hear if any of my specific predictions are true. It's so fascinating when I find that out. You know, if I feel something or I hear it or I see it, I just call it. So that's how these readings work. So I'm also feeling like you have a gift when it comes to, you know, you're very, like, sports. Something with sports is coming through. Maybe not specifically archery, but I'm feeling like a sport. And tennis, volleyball, something like that. So this could be a message that you need to, once again, get outside and get active. Or maybe they're trying to remind you of something from your past that was important to you, and like I feel like you're good at being a part of a team and connecting with others and working as a group. That could be why sports is coming through too. Like, you're a good leader. Leader keeps coming through. Something about you being a leader and leading with unconditional love. And you're also really good at manifesting. Like, you're really powerful at speaking things into existence. And this is really interesting. I study, like, I don't know, all different sorts of things, and I've studied, like, the witches and stuff, and, like, from, like, I don't know, the ages where they used to, like, burn them at the stake. It was so awful. Reading all those stories, like the Salem witch trials and stuff. But basically, back in those days, those types of witches or psychics or shamans or whatever you want to call them, healers, a lot of them would bless people with words and would just speak things into existence. And I remember from my background in church, which I don't even want to get to, I don't want to get into that, but there were people that I remember looking back on definitely had that gift of prayer and being able to just say really powerful words and prayers that, like, really worked and helped. And this is actually part of my gift, so I understand it pretty well. I'm able to, I don't know, I'm able to pray things into existence. I think everyone has this power, and everyone can pray, and everyone can make things happen. Everyone has that power to create and control their own universe. But for some people, it's just innate. They're very gifted at it. They're very, you know, practiced at it. You know, it's like some people are just born like singers, and they're just very good at it. And it's kind of like that. Like, we're basically born with this gift of being able to bless and being able to speak things into existence. And I feel like that's why you're a good leader. You're probably good with your words. You're good with speaking. Like I said, kind of hypnotic aura you have, for a reason. It's part of your gifts of, I feel like, yeah, leading, putting a group together for a common cause towards love and towards light, towards balance and peace. And so you might want to use this exercise this more. They're saying that if you want to see something happen here, this is like the karma card and like the judgment card. They're just saying, like, as long as you know you're coming from a pure space in your heart, you can pretty much speak whatever you want into existence. You can really start to, like, I'll show you. I'm just going to get up right now. I'm actually in my, I hope you don't think it's weird, but I'm in my closet because my parrot screams so loud, and this is like the only room that has like insulated, like, with all my clothes. And so a lot of times when she's awake, I do the readings in here. I also have a studio, but like I said, there's a ton of stuff set up in there, and I can't do the reading. So, yeah, here you go. You're in my closet. This is some of the stuff that I'm manifesting, and I write things down, and, like, yeah, I pray and I speak them into existence. And this is actually my manifestation list for my, basically, my fashion that I'm doing. All the ethical fashion that I'm raising money with through this channel and through your donations for these readings. I wrote it all down, and I've been manifesting just eco-friendly, you know, natural fibers, recycled, love forever, reinvent, transparency, reconstructed, naturally dyed. I'm eventually going to come out with a fashion line, I'm sure, that's based around all this, but zero waste. Yeah, I'm still not quite understanding 100% this vision, you know. It's all still kind of coming together. It's just words and ideas, but, you know, words are powerful for you, basically. It's part of your gifts. Start imagining and using words, because word is bond. People don't realize that. Word is bond. And I don't know if you follow Infinite Waters. I love him. I'm, like, obsessed with him. He, like, definitely inspires me. Part of why I started this channel. Type in Infinite Waters on YouTube, and he talks a lot about speaking things into existence and how word is bond, and how the things that you say over and over and the things you think in your head, your subconscious is taking that all in. And your subconscious is basically what creates your reality. So the smartest thing you can do is kind of get in there and understand your subconscious, and to kind of clean it out, do some healing, which I feel like you're just doing this intuitively. This is just where life is taking you. It's where the path has headed you. A lot of times, life just naturally takes you there and kind of forces it on you. It happens, you know. I just feel like now the way is paved for you to be able to use these gifts better, because you're letting go of a lot of things, and so your words are going to be more powerful, and you know, you want to speak highly of yourself. You want to think highly of yourself. You want to speak kindly of others and think highly of others. You don't want to focus on the drama and the negativity. I mean, you need to be honest with yourself. If something's upsetting you, express that. Draw boundaries. Be authentic. You know, that's important. But it's time to focus on the positive, and it's time to really get your head in a space to where you can make the most of these gifts, you know? And you can start, you know, using affirmations and stuff like that to create the reality that you want. So look into that. Look into, you know, affirmations and neuroplasticity and rewiring your subconscious mind and all that stuff. It's just fascinating, and you'll be able to use these gifts of prayer and of speaking to help you manifest a better reality for yourself. So that's really exciting. That's a really cool gift of yours. I feel like a speaker, you're a leader, teacher, definitely a teacher. So it's really cool. I've actually done readings for a couple people that I've realized were teachers recently. So that's awesome. There's a lot of us here to teach, isn't there? So let's get into your career. So this stood out to me. They're saying you need to take a leap of faith in your career. They're saying the answer is yes. There's something that you want here. There's a big change you want. It's like a new job, a new line of work. And they're saying you need to stay focused. You need to stay focused and remember this is a positive card. The reason that you're desiring this change is because it's meant to be. It's in alignment. But you're going to have to work really hard and stay focused to make this happen. You're going to have to do some action steps. So they're saying you need to stay positive. Keep your thoughts and feelings and actions focused on your target and you'll make your mark. So everything has to line up here, especially with this gift of yours. You know, you're so powerful that if you are thinking negative, if you're thinking, I'm never going to get out of this job, I'm never going to, you know, that's going to put some obstacles up for you. So you know, be real. If you're upset with where you're at, you know, admit that, but then, you know, you take those action steps to move forward and to keep going on your path. There is a better place for you, a lot more luxury and wealth and abundance. Do you see this? I feel like you got this big dream. It's materializing. You can feel it. Just get into that space and continue taking those action steps. You're gonna get there. I love hearing stories from people, and I hear it all the time because I'm in the city and I'm constantly connecting with people who are, you know, working really hard towards their goals and dreams. I mean, there is a hustle to the city, and it's great to hear stories of people who made this happen, who followed their vision and who got to this place. It's just amazing. It's what keeps me going in this crazy place. So, they're saying go with the flow, and also, you know, you're going through a bit of a spiritual awakening. There's a lot of big changes happening in your life, and so these changes are going to manifest in every part of you, your emotions, your spiritual self, like in your thoughts and your body. So you might actually, as you shed a lot of this emotion and do healing, you know, you might find that your throat gets sore. You might find that you have lots of pain in your back and hips and shoulder, wherever, like random places. You might have, you know, like weird sleeping cycles, and a lot of things might be thrown off, and, you know, it just might be really intense. And so they're saying that you need to really balance your body and maybe look into some vitamins, look into checking in with your doctor just to make sure everything's okay. Maybe there's a medication you need, you know, making sure that you're eating healthy, getting good sleep, balancing yourself, spending time just, very balanced, you know. I feel like you like to go out a lot. You do like to go out a lot. And I feel like they're saying you need to stay in a little bit more and take care of your body. Or maybe you stay up late, or you're constantly working hard, and they're wanting you to go easier on your body. And you know what? I completely understand this. I used to live a lifestyle where, oh my gosh, it was so crazy. I used to swim like 30 hours a week for my job, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, I love swimming, I love surfing, and I love the water, but it took a toll on me after a while. So perhaps that's coming to mind for me. Perhaps you work a job that's very hard on your body. Maybe you're on your feet all the time, because the feet are standing out to me. And so I feel like that might be why you want this change in your job, and you can't do this anymore. And they're saying you got to go with the flow. You got to stay focused. There is a path being open for you, and they're saying ultimately you're going to be fulfilled. You know, you're having a big change. You are having a spiritual awakening. And so let me tell you, as soon as you have this awakening, your life will never be the same again. And things change, and you do get united with your true soul mission and life purpose. And I don't know, everything just gets easier. Everything just gets more peaceful. It gets easier to get in touch with your intuition, and it's a lot easier to just be yourself. And once you finally get your head wrapped around that concept of just trusting and surrendering and being in control, but letting go of control, but also balancing that with, you know, taking action and you know, actually actively creating and shaping your life. Like, once you kind of come to that balance, that's kind of what the awakening is just coming to a really great period of balance in your life. Once you start kind of getting there, it's going to be a lot easier for you to take this leap of faith. This opportunity is going to present itself to you with your career, and you're going to have to jump, and it might not be very certain. You might be some type of job, and you might not have all the requirements, and you might just have to apply for it. It might be some type of situation where you're going to have to move somewhere. You might just have to quit your job. There's just some type of, you need to trust yourself here, because, you know, you're gonna know when this comes, or maybe it's already come, and maybe they're just trying to tell you that, like, to take this way out or something, because it's gonna be fulfilling for you. So they're just saying, don't worry. You might be worried, like, am I ever gonna be fulfilled in my career? Am I ever gonna get out of this job? And let me tell you, you will, because I swear I thought I would never make it out of that last job I was in. I worked it for 12 years. It took over my whole life. I did love it. I did like it, but it wasn't for me, like, for the rest of my life. And that's what happens. Sometimes it's just your time with certain things is up, and sometimes your time with certain people is just up, you know? Your time is up with this place you're in, and it's just, this is just what's gonna happen. I don't know if you really have a choice here. I feel like you're gonna have to take this leap of faith. But it's gonna be fulfilling. So let's go on to your love life. How cool is it to see the true love card? Did you know that I pulled this for pretty much every single person I've done a love reading with today? So I'm starting to feel like the energy is getting very positive when it comes to love. And I feel like September is a huge month for love. I feel like it's huge. I'm feeling like, I need to do a whole bunch of twin flame readings, and I'm like feeling so much energy. And yeah, I tried to record like a general twin flame reading for everybody, and then my phone died in the middle of it, so I'm gonna try to do one later. And then general love readings, and then general soulmate, all that stuff. Like, I have so many different love spreads I want to try out. So anyways, wow, oh my gosh, you notice how the light just got really, really bright? Well, the sun is like setting, and it's like shining straight in the window right now, and I feel like it's not a coincidence. I feel like this is an area of your life that's lighting up, because I see there's a shift here. Like, you've been waiting, you've been very patient in this area of your life, and you've just been taking it step by step. But something's changing. It says, you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. You might have been waiting for a really, really long time, and for this change. And they're saying the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver true love to you. So this is coming into your life, either through just the renewal of a current relationship, which I do feel a relationship, and it makes me wonder if you're in a relationship, or if there was a recent breakup, or there's someone just very close to you, I feel. So it could be that there's someone coming into your life, and that's what I'm feeling and seeing with this card. But the Lynx is also the secret keeper. It says stay grounded. There's not a lot they can reveal in this area of your life, because there's about to be a lot happening here. I have to say, you might want to reach out for a love reading. And maybe, I don't know, like a month or so, I'm feeling like there's going to be some stuff happening here, because when I get this blossoming card, it always makes me think about just like an explosion, like blast off, like you lift it off, you know, and I think that we can get so anxious when we start down a new path, because we get overwhelmed and daunted because we realize that it's going to be a long journey, you know? It's like, imagine you're getting on a flight and you're going to go somewhere amazing, you know, but you're going like across the world, and so you get on the flight, you're all excited, you sit down, it takes off, and like the first 10-15 minutes of the flight, you're like, yeah, I'm on a plane, I'm excited, I'm going somewhere. And then you kind of realize, like, oh shit, I'm going to have to be on this plane for like 8 hours, or whatever, however long it is, and you kind of just, you're like, oh, all right. I mean, eventually you're going to get there, but you know you're going, you're super excited, but you got to be patient. And that's what's happening here. It's like you lifted off, you know, you're headed here, this is happening. But patience. These two cards both mean patience. You got them together. And so I feel like you're just, there's something you're impatient about when it comes to your love life, and it's okay. I'm just saying, like, I think this is coming out because they're trying to reassure you. They're like telling you, like, we know how you feel, like, don't worry, like, we just can't tell you right now, like, stay grounded and just trust, like, just know this is coming. So that's kind of like a message that's coming through. Let's see what else we have here for you. Advice. Okay. Maybe finances have been rough, or maybe you just feel this could have to do with, this either has to do with your energy levels and your like emotions, and maybe you just feel like you're just tired and like worn down and run ragged, or it could literally mean that you're having a hard time putting, you know, making ends meet, or you want to get to this next situation, or maybe you just got effed over. Maybe something crazy happened, like you got in a car accident and had to pay for this and that, or maybe, you know, you found out that you lost the place you're gonna live, or maybe you found out that you're having to pay for some like textbooks or something you weren't gonna have to pay for. I'm feeling some type of random financial catastrophe that you just went through. And or maybe there's things that keep coming up that are biting you, and you're wondering like, how am I going to get out of this cycle, and how am I going to get to this place where like I'm a lot more confident. And you know, they're actually saying that there actually is a door opening for you. So I feel like you've been saved from this situation, like you kind of made it through, and like the energy is supporting you moving forward and out of this time. And you're worried it's going to happen again, but I don't know. I feel like you've learned this lesson. This cycle's over. This Mercury retrograde thing was just kind of a reminder. The stuff that came up was more of a reminder to you about not going back and continuing forward. And as you continue forward, there's a lot more playful energy, like playful energy. Like it's really heavy with you. I feel the heaviness. And I feel like there's a lot more playful energy coming through. There's just some type of opportunity, and it could be related to your love life. I mean, there could be someone coming in your life who perhaps, maybe they just help bring up good vibes in you so that it's easier for you to attract money. Because, you know, attracting money and attracting stability and good finances and stuff like that has a lot to do with your energy and your personal energy. It's crazy. As soon as I started balancing my energy more and really focusing on that, the money just started to flow, and the more I do it, the more it flows, and it's flowing more every day, and it's crazy. Not just through this channel, but through my my freelance work. It's just amazing. I'm so thankful. Like, so I feel like for you, that's what can happen. I feel like there's some way that you're going to be able to attract this money to you, but it's not like it's coming through another person. It's just someone could be coming into your life and lifting you up, and, you know, like lifting your vibes. And this is imminent, and your energy is preparing for this. You're making way, and I think that's what this card has to do with too. There's a saying, sometimes old crops have to be burned in order to make way for new growth. So this conflict and whatever this was, it's just a shift. You're headed to this place. I think that the advice is just to give you comfort for right now, because you don't want to say it, but you are kind of a bit worried about this. And but look how awesome it is to get this card right next to it. They're just saying, like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Like, there is huge doors opening, and this is going to lead you away from this. So walk through this door, and you're going to shut this one. This is gone. This is over, and this is what's for you. Let me pull... Oh, wait, you know what? I was going to say let me pull one more card, but I forgot. These flew out of the deck for you. So to wrap this up, this is the Koi card. And the Koi card is like one of the most positive cards in my personal deck. It basically just means that you're really lucky right now. There's kind of like luck energy around you. Like, there's going to be some good things happening, and I think that's what this opportunity is saying. The Koi card would be probably the same...